Hello everyone, good night. Today is Monday, September 26, around 9 p.m. New York time. We're gonna go with the daily technical video day, guys. Nothing really has changed since the afternoon. I still believe that the trade is on the weak metals and not trading the dollar as it is. We believe that the dollar in some degrees against some pairs can make some type of, like we say, some type of trick and can get so many trades but as traders by surprise. So technically speaking, we're gonna concentrate on the metals and we're gonna cover some individual US dollar pairs. Okay, let's start with Cooper. Okay, Cooper as Aussie, it looks like we got a B, and then from here we got a 1 2 1 2 1 2. It is possible that this is a 3 4 right here, and then we already have one of the next covered, like in the case of the Aussie then. But well, if that's the case, it doesn't change nothing at all. The only thing is that this is right here your Wi-Fi. Right here, this is your Wi-Fi, and then you end in the tree right here. And most likely it's gonna be the same count. The only difference is some few feet of difference, but technically speaking, I still believe that we got at least one, another 4, and another 5 before we end these 3 moves. So technically speaking, we see more weakness in Cooper, which is gonna be related, and more Aussie weakness, more New Zealand weakness, and more dollar CAD strength, and in some degrees we see more Singapore dollar weakness also, and then we're gonna see also oil and gold very weak. So technically speaking, I believe it's better to locate Cooper right here on the wave 4 or wave 3 before another high, and then something like this is gonna be the third right here. This is gonna be wave 3, and then we're gonna have a 4. We're gonna have a 4, and then we're gonna have another low. So with that in mind, that's the reason that we're favoring that how we call it. We are favoring the metals as a trade instead of the regular dollar trade. Now, going back to oil, which is another related pair to Cooper, we're gonna see about the same trade. We're gonna see 1 2 1 2 1 2, possible 3 4, and if you guys notice right here, it looks like a flag when we ending wave 4 with another one low, a 4, and another low. So basically it's the same pattern that Cooper is taking on the oil. And then on the dollar index, this is when I want to get. On the dollar index, if you guys see right here, the dollar index looks like it still is within wave 4, even though it makes a new high. And I want to make a point of that, guys, that in the dollar, as a dollar, we're chasing a wave 5 of 5, very tricky. So technically speaking, right here onto 77.52 is in place. There's still a chance for a new high, even though we got one right here. Now taking a look at the dollar in a 1-hour chart, you guys see that it's possible that we got a top on it, and that was a triangle there, and then it is possible that he's doing a type of leading diagonal 1 2 3 4 and a 5, and then if he's denied the new high, then it's time to become a dollar bull, start selling the dollar, bear and start selling the dollar to a possible correction, that if you take a look at the 8-hour chart, if that's the case in the 8-hour chart, should take the dollar lower to around 76, 77 area. In other words, around 140 points on the US dollar in a corrective structure. Now, going to the individual pairs. Okay guys, on the individual pairs, we're going to start with the metals. Or not. On the metals, very clear. The Aussie dollar, I know that it's a count that it can be possible that this is an extended fight, but when you see on the charts on the oil and copper and even gold, it's denying that scenario. That's why we keep presenting the scenario when right now Aussie is going to trade around 98.85 before going lower. In the short time frame of the Aussie trade, we can see right here that the structure looks to be 3, 3, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5 right here, to around the equal, these two legs that comes, I like it like this, it comes around the 99 area. I mean, so that's why we got an entry around 98.80, and either way there is nothing wrong with taking the trade, because it can be the case for 1, 2, 3 as a leading diagonal, or this was a very compressed correction, it was an irregular correction, so maybe this is the end of 3 like it is posted right here, and then we're heading higher to around 99.09, which is the 38.02 in a regular three-way, A, B, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Anyway, I see 99 very hard to break right there and announce it. Consequently, that's why we want to sell it right there, right? Now, let's move on to the dollar CAD. On the dollar CAD, we got a very similar scenario. What we have is a 1, 2, 1, 2. Maybe wave 3 was ended right here at the 2% of 1, and now we're heading lower to, I like the area around the 101.80, but I was waiting because seeing, and from here I can see higher. Now, if you take a look at the 1 hour structure on the dollar CAD, you can see that from the top you got 1, 2, and maybe you're gonna get a three-way. Now, what we are waiting is because we see right here in the 15-minute chart, we see a nest around here, and then that's why we believe that this area that comes around 102.05 can be the case for the end of the correction there. So anyway, we see two legs down. It's either nesting or is otherwise it's targeting the equal legs right there. So it's either nesting to the downside with, I don't know how in the world it's gonna be nesting, but well, the whole metal things is supporting that this is a wave 4 that should end around 102.05, or even around 102.40 area, which is when we have planned our first entry. But we don't want to rush the trade. We know that we're chasing wave 5s. Now let's go back to New Zealand. In New Zealand, what we see is a very similar scenario when we have 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4 with a triangle here in 4. I'm going to show you that in the short time frame, a bust, and then from here I see New Zealand is targeting around 78.80 area before dropping. Let me point you guys out the idea that none of the metal is giving you divergency, and the divergency that you're getting is the divergency within the wave 3. So that's why we believe that is more downside or upside in the weakness against the US dollar in not all metal related pairs. Now let me show you one of the clearest structure in the market, and that goes tonight to cable. Thanks to DV, he present discount, which is pretty good. I like it. When we have 1, 2, 3 to the 2618, and we are in the wave 4. Now the wave 4 should reach 156 and in extension 157.70 area before a significant bounce or new low that should provide the divergency, or is divergency already, but should follow 5 cycle from the top. So keep that in mind, because cable is showing a possible clear structure right there. Also, I want to say, you guys, I don't want to lie to you guys, I don't want to create false illusion. The US dollar is due a correction. Now the reason that we're taking some trades is because of the metal. I know that sore in the euro trade, but I see the recovery in correcting, and the worst can happen is that we face a leading diagonal wave A and then a retreat in a second wave. Now gold, another metal that is showing the same tag. Look, gold is showing 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, should reach around 1645 and hit the wall right there, and then from there start the decline. Again, same path that we see in oil, copper, Aussie, New Zealand, CAD, or they should be within a wave 4 in the search of another leg down within wave 5. Now let me see the euro pound right here. I like it like this. I like it long from around 86 area to around 89, and I can point you guys out. The euro as a group is very close to present a bounce. I can show you this is a bullish structure. I can show you the euro yen ending a cycle. Look, this is the euro yen. You guys are gonna see here how we have divergency. We have already a good, I would say, 600 picks on divergency. So, and we see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I mean, everything is possible, but I can tell you guys that we are pretty close to a bounce in risk. Keep that in mind, guys. I mean, because like I say, I want to always give you a heads up when something like this happens. Now S&P, I'm gonna show you the two sides of the S&P. The first side, if the bounce on the S&P means to happen from current levels, it's gonna be something like this: WSY, like I mentioned the other day on the forum of the seminar yesterday, that I said don't get surprised to see the S&P bouncing from current levels. Second is this scenario, which in my humble opinion is the less likely when you have 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, that this scenario is not supported by the market. In a way, why do I say that? Because I see like the Euro group is around, it's almost ready to bounce, meaning that I don't see the S&P getting into the wave 3 of 3 with the US dollar getting into a correction. That's my whole point. And finally, let's take a look to the euro dollar. The 4 hours, you guys know where we stand. I don't need to revisit that. The US dollar, the euro dollar, even when I don't like it, can have found a bottom here. This is a 3-way move followed by 5. Very easy. Otherwise, it's something like this: 1, 2, 3, and then a 4 and a 5 to around 136. And then why we still have the trade? Only because of one reason, because if he's doing and leading diagonal, still is gonna test the low again before going higher. So I would rather take that chance and see what happens. All right, that's about the euro dollar, and that's about everything, guys, that we see on the market. So keep this everything out. We still waiting. We probably gonna enter the dollar cat live pretty soon, but we have the Aussie and the euro trade, and we don't have any rush to force that trade. We would rather wait and wait for the Aussie and the euro trade. Thank you, guys.